I'm going to cut straight to the point. Since Mr. GM Hunter Deal can't be bothered to be here tonight, that means you must be the guy calling the shots. Well, so you think. Remember, this is Townsend Enterprises' show. That means we have first dibs to whatever we want. So what we want is some time to go out there and address the peasants about what happened at Summer of Sin in Coachella. Make it happen.
Well, CFT requesting some time here tonight. Now that General Manager Hunter Deal isn't here, oh, wait a minute, something's going on outside.
What do you mean I can't come in? I just did Coachella for you guys.
Security not letting John Awesome in the building. What's going on with all that?
We come from the cracks in the concrete floor where hope gave up. We asked for more. Grit in our teeth, blood in our spit. This ain't a game, but I bet you quit. You tried to silence what we became. We start the fire with gasoline. We are the storm. You can't outrun. Blackout is born, and we've just begun. There's no light left, no turning back. Built for the dark, found in black. We are the blackout. We are the blackout. We are
all spotlights, no easy road. We made a kingdom from the cold. Every loss, gained every win. They tied me up, can't see again.
You tried to silence what we became. We start the fire. We're gasoline. We are the storm. You can't outrun.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode with Worldwide Wrestling here tonight in Denver, Colorado for episode 6 of Blackout. Guys, I am Dewey Danielson, and I am here to call all the action here tonight in this jam-packed card as we kick off the fallout from Summer of Sin and Coachella. Let's take a look at the lineup here tonight for Blackout Episode 6. Of course, we have the big return of Nighshade that happened at Summer of Sin tonight. She has a few words for her competitors. We've also got this matchup one-on-one. War and Peace and Devil Dog finally singles action as they take on another big-time matchup. Then we've got match 3 for Caleb Stone and Sander Cool. And if Sander can win tonight, then he will get guaranteed a global title shot. And this is Twan Montana here tonight against a big local indie name here tonight on Blackout. And we've got Scott Adams and Daniel Roberts, longtime matchup, ready to go. Former tag team partners square off one-on-one tonight. We've got the new Extreme Television champion, Will King, in attendance for some words of his own. And we have our main event for the evening. The G-Money briefcase holder, Chris Connolly, Curt Brooks, and Jimmy Shadow in a triple threat match to see who will be the #1 contender for the international title at the next premium live event. Guys, please hit that subscribe button and notifications bell to get all of the information when a new video from the premier Efed Entertainment 3-Dub Wrestling drops. And here we go. Well, we seen on the beginning of the show CFT requesting some time from Matt 8-Star, seemingly the man in charge here tonight. Looks like that request will be granted as CFT, the current global championship holder, making his way to the ring with 3 of his Townsend Enterprise members. Big Lance Hagen, Big Lars Wild, and the Star Killer, Chris Harris. Listen to him. Well, you can only imagine there's a lot on the mind of these gentlemen, especially CFT after what happened at Coachella, getting decked in the eye by John Awesome, who I must mention was not allowed in the building earlier this evening. I wonder what that's all about. But here we go. Let's see what CFT and company has for us here tonight.
This right here, it's just right, man. The greatness that surrounds me in this ring, the greatness that is myself in this ring, and a live mic in the middle of this specific ring for myself, the Grand Mauler, the Big Time Bear, Lars Morrison. Man, something that's been overdue for over a season. And wouldn't you know it, CFT? All it took was a useless general manager to not be here for that to happen. But enough about the Bible, bitch. Let's talk about what's actually important in this show. And that's the greatness you see standing in here in Townsend Enterprises. Because to the shock of absolutely nobody in the world, another great night of business happened for the Enterprises. We had champions retained, we had new ones crowned, and later tonight, Caleb Stone is going to secure the Global Championship for Townsend Enterprises for good. As for me, well, if you saw Summer of Sin, you know the cat's out the bag. I'm coming for the national title. I'm coming for Jaden Walker. It's time for the return of Mauler Country. And Jaden. Oh, Jaden. I'm gonna be real with you, dude. You were first. You were meant to be the first deck collected for the entirety of Townsend Enterprises. I will give you this small bit of credit though, even though you don't deserve it. By hook or by crook, you have avoided your debt to be collective, and you have barely kept that national title in your grasp. But at Summer of Sin, I made it very clear your ducking and dodging and barely surviving with the gold is no more. And honestly, I couldn't help but laugh what you had to say over social media the last few days. All this placating you want to do on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever the hell you want to go with. I find it funny. I could not stop laughing at your attempt to placate my attempts for the national championship, as if I'm just trying and failing to lay you out. I'm not trying here. I'm doing it, my guy. Because, let's fact check here, shall we? If it wasn't for your butt buddy in Josh Armstrong and that dumb little group you call Team Tap Out, you would not have walked out with the national title at guaranteed money. And hell, when you ambushed Townsend Enterprises a few weeks ago, what happened? I sent you flying off the stage and out of my spotlight where you don't belong. And at Summer of Sin, wouldn't you know it, I laid you out again! This time with the national title. You might as well call that dink on your head with the belt a kiss goodbye. The only difference is, when we meet again in the ring, I'll be walking out with the gold, and you'll be walking back to your locker room in shame in front of all your peers. It's time for Mauler Country to return, bigger and better than ever. And speaking of shame, it was a damn shame at what happened at Coachella with the World Heavyweight Championship. And when I think about it, I have no right to talk about it, because I'm not the guy who got screwed out of being World Heavyweight Champion right now and making history. Chris, the floor is yours. Tell the people what BS it is, my guy.
The floor is yours, Chris. And listen to this place, give it to it. They do not want to hear from the Star Killer, that is for sure. I, on the other hand, want to know what he has to say about Hexen.
Hexen didn't beat me. Just like Dylan Mason, Hexen can't beat me.
Hey, Hexen. Why don't you do me a favor, big dog? Why don't you come step at someone that's your own size? Why don't you come face to face with a man that's just as big as you, if not bigger? We may have stepped in a ring before together, but I promise you, I can guarantee you that this time, it won't be the same.
Oh,
because
boy.
I will be the man to take you out, so my best friend, Chris Harris, doesn't have to.
So I guess it's time we set the record straight over some of the events that took place over the last couple weeks. Beginning first at the beginning of Coachella, when one Mr. John Awesome decided to show up, uninvited might I add. And what did he do? He did the one thing that you don't do, and that's cross me. That's right, he had the gall to hit me in the face, and that's why I have to wear these shades. Because I have a nasty looking black eye. I can't even look at myself in the mirror. I can't even please my girlfriend because she can't even stand to look at me right now. And John Awesome, you best believe that whenever your suspension is up here in 3-Dub and you again show your face around here, it will be a short-lived comeback because Townsend Enterprises is going to send out for you and send you straight to the emergency room. Secondly, another event that took place at Coachella, the World Heavyweight Championship. Hexen thinks that he got one up on Chris Harris. I know what they're thinking. They don't even need to say it. I bet Mr. Osvito's over the moon right now. He thinks that just because he made Chris Harris pass out, that he's the true winner. Well, the way I see it, Chris Harris was not pinned, and he did not submit, just like the Star Killer himself said. And until Hexen is able to do one of those two things, the score is not settled. And until the score is settled, we will continue to come back again and again and again until we finally get what is ours. All Hexen did at Coachella is prolong the inevitable. And I'll tell you what else is inevitable. Chris Harris getting his rematch.
I don't know, guys. I mean, he makes a valid point. Chris Harris never tapped out, never submitted. Some might say that 101-0, that number 1 has an asterisk next to it. Will CFT be able to pull some strings and get Chris Harris a rematch? But guys, we have a quick update for you here. It is being said that James Black is making a terrific recovery. In fact, that is where Hunter Deal is here tonight, meeting with the president, James Black, to get him caught up on everything he has missed so far here in Season 10. That is huge news, guys. Will he return in the next couple of weeks at Blackout, or will he return at Gold Rush? Our hopes are high for the next premium live event, Gold Rush, the massive event coming at you Thanksgiving weekend, guys. Be sure to be ready for that. And also, be ready for this. Dream Street Wrestling makes its return next weekend as we get the big matchup between the Macho Man Randy Savage and CM Punk inside a steel cage. What a matchup that's going to be, guys. Be sure to tune in for Dream Street Wrestling. And here we go. Ready to kick off the action here tonight with our first matchup of the evening. And I have to say, this has been somewhat of a long-awaited matchup. It all kicked off back at Guaranteed Money. Big return for Devil Dog Hartford. Rubbing War and Peace the wrong way. We'll have to see if things get settled here tonight. Devil Dog ready to kick things off here tonight in Denver. And you know this man right here is ready to go. Still getting some cheers here from the fans. That just goes to show War and Peace where these fans think he should be, and he's got this chip on his shoulder that he's been carrying around regarding Devil Dog, but I'm not sure if that's showing the light of his true personality, guys. He's been dealing with a lot over the past year, being missing in action and then dealing with his evil twin brother, Chris Chaos. Finally trying to get back on track and then being set back once again and blaming all of that on Devil Dog. You can hear the pop from the crowd here tonight from War and Peace. We're going to see whose side is on whose. You guys let me know in the live premiere chat right now if you're following along. Right after you hit that like button, let me know who you think's going to be victorious in this matchup. Will it be Devil Dog Hartford, the blacksmith of FIP, or will it be War and Peace? Here we go, first bell of the evening. And a big knee from Devil Dog, and a moonsault from Devil Dog. Right out the gate, into a pinfall, and a quick kick out for Peace. Right away is Devil Dog Hartford. Starting the match off strong. Little test of strength here. Devil Dog overcoming, pushing Peace to the corner. Separated by Teddy Rodriguez. And now in the corner is the attack from the blacksmith with a back elbow from War and Peace. Kick to the mid and right hand. Right into a butterfly suplex. Trying to change around this opening momentum carried by Devil Dog Hartford. Rolling outside is Peace. Trying to get out of the way, and now a springboard caught him with a DDT. The amount of pent-up aggression from War and Peace coming into this matchup, like I said, guys. I think it's unwarranted aggression from War and Peace. But sometimes you just gotta deal with it, and sometimes you gotta fight it out. And that is exactly what these two are doing here tonight. Double leg split. War and Peace climbing up to the mid-rail. What's he looking for here? A frog splash into a pinfall, and it's War and Peace. 2 count, no, only getting 1. All fired up here tonight is War and Peace. Off the ropes, Irish whip, up and over. Leapfrog now. Caught by the leg. Kicked off by Devil Dog. Nicely done. Lariats taking down Peace. In the corner now. Big lariat splash off the ropes underneath. Here comes Peace. Another lariat and a kip up from the old timer. Devil Dog now. Ooh. Modified power slam, pinfall. Awkward hold on the leg. Not enough to hold him down, though. 1 count. Now a kick to the mid, and now it's Devil Dog. Setting up for a big power bomb, possibly. In the corner. They're turning around and dropping him down Snake Eyes top turnbuckle. All the way across. Oh, double stomp in the chest. And now Devil Dog trying to get him out of the corner here. Could have gone for a pinfall right there. Devil Dog trying to teach War and Peace a lesson in this matchup. Sometimes you got to teach your buddies a good lesson. Clothesline in the corner. War and Peace trying to fight back here. Get back in that same state he started this match out in. Going to work. Ooh. And now look at this. What's he doing out here? CFT out here. In the crowd, our ringside official, and you can see War and Peace also questioning what CFT is doing out here, but it's not going to slow him down. Clotheslining Devil Dog over the top rope, and now into the barricade. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? This is a standard 1-fall match. You can't use them steps, Peace. You can't use them damn steps. And a disqualification for War and Peace. I can't say I didn't see that coming, guys. War and Peace can hold it together here. Throwing the steel steps in the face of Devil Dog Hartford, causing the disqualification. And this is not over. You can damn well be sure of that one. It's the former tag champs.
Or rematch clause. And let's get a rematch tonight.
There goes. We are the Resistance. We don't just demand a rematch. No, we've always earned the rematches. Because what the Resistance is about, it's about the universe. They want to see us perform. They want to see our 5-star matches day in, day and night. We don't need to cash in our rematch. We will earn it back.
Brother, haven't we sacrificed enough? We don't need to re-earn those tag titles. We are legends, we are the Resistance, and we deserve everything we got. Over all the years we sacrificed more than enough.
Oh, Matt 8-Star walking up on the convo here. And Dargus walking off. He's got a little, I don't know what's going on with Dargus there. Like Martrick said, that's unlike the Resistance. They haven't necessarily ever cashed in on a rematch. They're going to usually fight for that opportunity again, but Dargus had other plans in mind, but here we go. Another matchup here, guys. Twan, Montana against one of the bigger local indie names here in Denver, Colorado. You know this man, you want to talk about chip on your shoulder. This man, although he's trying to straighten himself up and do things right, do it the right way, he's definitely had a lot of roadblocks here in Season 10, and I think a lot of it has been due to Los Salvadores and, of course, Chris Connolly. Not sure he'll ever be done dealing with Chris Connolly, and he just got a loss to Jimmy Shadow. That's what put Jimmy in the #1 contender match later tonight in the main event. You gotta feel that Twan Montana thought that that was his spot. All right, here we go. Straight out of DCW. big-time main eventer over there, Denver Championship Wrestling. 7 is the man for Twan Montana to try to beat here tonight. Can he do it on 7's home turf? You can hear the crowd getting behind him. Maybe got a lot of friends and family here tonight, and it would be a big night to get a win here in 3-Dub Wrestling. Let's see if 7 can get the win or if Twan Montana can rub off this frustration in a roll-up, and it looked like he was holding the tights there, but it still wasn't enough for the 3 count and a collar and elbow lock up. 7 trying to hold on strong and not going to do it against the 260 of Twan Montana. And now from the mid-rail, missing with a forearm, right into a wrist lock, clubbing blow, and it's Twan now sending 7 in the corner. Big block by 7, now switching it up, and it's a back elbow that keeps 7 from being on the offensive against Twan Montana. Snapping there, bringing him down. Another wrist lock, another slug to the back of the head. Look out now, big time boot. Nicely done, Twan Montana. Going up to the top rope now. All the way up. And look who's at. He wasn't allowed in the arena, guys. John Awesome is in the crowd. Did he buy a ticket? Did John Awesome buy a ticket here? Big springboard forearm from 7. And here comes John Awesome. Down to ringside to get a better view of the action here tonight. You hear the crowd, they want John Awesome back in action. And if you go based off of what Russ has been saying, maybe John Awesome is in the clear, but that's not a decision that Matt 8-Star can make here tonight. But he can't stop him from buying a ticket. That's exactly what he's done, and a big back body drop now from Twan. The action continuing here in the ring, guys. Chopping him down to his knees and a basement DDT right on the forehead. Right into a pinfall, and isn't enough this time. 2 count, kick out for 7. Here we go, into the submission hold. Into the submission hold. It's a lethal submission, wrenching it back, breaking the back, and now a tap out from 7. And John Awesome watches on as Twan Montana gets a big victory here tonight in 3-Dub on Blackout. Guys, hit that like button. Stay tuned with us.
the name, and you don't wanna meet the team. Respect the name, and you don't want that chick bang. I can show you how to make a meal from a nickel. I can show you how. I can show you how.
Ladies and gentlemen, feast your unworthy eyes on the brand new XTV champion. Yours truly, the entity, Will King. Feast your eyes. Take a look. Just take a look. You're not worthy to be looking at such greatness, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway.
Yeah. I'm an anomaly. The prodigy is here, there ain't no stopping me. I'm hopping every tier, this is the monarchy. The strongest of them all, if you step into the team, then all of them can fall to the one. Roscoe in the building. Drop fold everyone. It's Roscoe on the ceiling. I'm here to make the roof blow. You see the diamonds, you see the cars. You see the crew with the right or two in them bars. Opening the glass jars, you can smell them all away. Keep one under both arms, they just wishing I would stay. Ain't nothing to it, we mobbing the whole place. It's the monarchy, raising it all in the high stakes. Place your bet with us down, falling on the set. A situation with a person you wish you have never met. I'm an anomaly. The prodigy is here, there ain't no stopping me. I'm hopping every tears, it's the monarchy. The strongest of them all, if you step into the team, then all of them can fall to the one. It's Roscoe in the building. Drop fold everyone. It's Roscoe on the ceiling. I'm here to make the roof blow. Roof blow. Roof blow. I'm an anomaly, the prodigy is here. There ain't no stopping me, I'm hopping every tier. This is the monarchy, the strongest of them all. If you step into the team, then all of them can fall to the one. It's Roscoe in the building.
Well. You don't come out here and disrespect these fans. You're a disgrace to yourself, your family, and this company. And you hear what? You hear that? They want it, I want it, everybody wants it. I'm getting my rematch tonight.
Roscoe, you worthless piece of shit. How dare you? How dare you interrupt when I am addressing these people? It's bad enough that these people aren't really worth my time, but then you come out here and interrupt me, you piece of fucking garbage. I am the XTV champion, and I'm the one who makes the rules around here. You get me, son? So look, listen, if you want a shot at this title, you're gonna have to pass a little challenge, you pissant. You're gonna have to beat my boy, Bobby Galileo, one-on-one. If you even think you're gonna get close to this title, that's what you're gonna have to do. So what do you say, prodigy? Do you think you have what it takes? Because personally, I've been in the ring with you, and I don't think you do.
I accept. First, I'm gonna make Bobby my bitch, and then I'm gonna make you my bitch.
Now that we've gotten the worthless scum and trash out of the way, let's address more trash. Josh Armstrong. You see, usually when I deal with
you know how long it's been? 90 days. 90 fucking days. Hell, it's been over 90 days. 90 plus days that I've had to sit on the sidelines. Sit my ass down. Not being able to do what it is that I love to do. See through the, when you're born ready, when you rise from the ashes, you build anticipation. And that's exactly what I did at Guaranteed Money. Not only did I build anticipation, but for one of the first times in my life, I thought unselfishly. Yes, Josh Armstrong thought unselfishly. When I came to that ring with every single intention of helping Jaden Walker, your shark, your walking weapon, when the numbers game got a little too much. And what did I get for all my consideration, all my efforts? That fireball to my fucking face. And as I rolled on that ground, twitching, hurting, flesh burning, I didn't know what was next. And as I healed, as I sat home, I didn't receive one phone call. Not from Jaden Walker's bitch ass, not from a single member of Team Tap Out, the fucking group that I started. My vision brought into reality. But one thing I've learned, anger misplaced is useless. You see, that brings me to you, Will. I thought this was your house. I thought this was your room. I thought you was the king. Nah, not at all. See, when you lit that fireball, you lit a fire under me. When you lit that fireball, showed you didn't have any balls to me. I come from a fire that was put out, left in that darkness, blackout before blackout. It don't matter what I've done, because we here for what your ass done. Summer of Sin had your ass thinking you was a big dog. Well, time to atone for your sins. I'ma dislocate every limb with you to reveal every inch of bitch within you. It don't matter where I've been. Hell, it don't even matter where I'm going. All that matters is I'm here. And I got 2 feet for your front door, bitch. See, Will? You gon' see me. You gon' get to know who I am and regret you ever did. It's gonna be my virtue punishing you for your sins by any means. I don't give a damn if I gotta go through your whole clique of ass kissers. When this empire strikes back, it's your enterprise that will fall. It's your reign that will be over. The underground can't save you. In fact, it's my open invitation. Oh, and tell CFT I love the mask. Because now that my head is protected, I'ma bust yours to the white meat. All Armageddon. No apologies.
Survive if I let you. These are special. Well, brothers and sisters, as I live and breathe, the Hall of Fame hitmaker himself is in the building. Former co-owner of 3Dub, former world champion of 3Dub, former guy who had to tell Mad King to tone it down every week guy. And now, what's this? Third string quarterbacks running the offense while the coaches are out?
Somebody has to keep the game moving, Russ. Hunter's away. James is still recovering. And look at you. You're still out here running rogue.
You know what? That's fair, Matt. But you look at home here. Kind of like a spy who just couldn't resist one final mission.
Or a guy who doesn't trust anybody else not to burn this fucking place to the ground.
Hey, I resent that, okay? Besides, I only burn things down when there's a good story behind it. And when there's a good story behind it, there's usually lots and lots of money. Speaking of, I'm still working the case, the James Black hit and run, the case that no one's been able to get any type of breaks from except for me. Well, guess what? I'm neck deep in it now. I'm in the shit right now.
Good. Someone should be. This whole thing sucks. What have you found, Russ?
Brother 8-Star, I have not found the culprit, but I found some breadcrumbs, baby. Townsend Enterprises. CFT and this little band of tax-deductible henchmen who think that the church is a fraud? Come on. They're still the prime suspects. Every time I think I'm out of leads, something just comes out of the woodwork and manages to surprise me.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Townsend's got influence everywhere. But you need to be careful, because you start tugging on that thread, you might unravel more than you expect.
Look, I am a tugging master. Me and Yakuza, we will tug all night as hard as possible to get the truth out. You know why? Because we love that kind of chaos. But I'll be real. The deeper I dig, the more I feel like I'm being led somewhere. Like someone's tossing breadcrumbs just far enough to keep me walking.
That's how they get you, Russ. Red herrings, smoke screens, scapegoats. CFT's a master at that. But what evidence do you have specifically on CFT?
I got something, but I can't put my hands on it. But it's not making sense. Matt, you love a good mystery movie, right? Where the bad guy is right there, but it's too obvious to be him. The twist in those movies always comes from the guy you never expect.
Man, you sound exactly like me going up against Juice James. Always narrating your own movie.
The camera loves me. In fact, I'm doing a special movie with the church. We got some big stars, and I do my own love scenes. But that's besides the point. I'm going to keep sights on Townsend. And word is, you were talking to Hunter a few weeks back about Mr. Drew possibly being involved with this whole thing with James Black.
I mentioned it, yeah. I don't deny it. Drew's got reach. Maybe even motive.
Is that so? Because you're talking like a man who wants this case solved.
Of course I do. Whoever hit James deserves to face it. To face justice. But Russ, the more noise you make, the easier it is for people to hide behind the loudness of that noise.
See, that line makes me very suspicious, 8-Star. Too wise. Too measured. You sound like a guy who's already on the last chapter already.
Or maybe I'm the guy that's trying to keep you alive. At least till the epilogue.
You know how many people have made threats that they were going to kill me in my career, and yet I'm still in front of you doing my damn thing. But yeah, everybody is still on board. Townsend, Drew, security, catering, maybe even the new sound tech who keeps showing up where he shouldn't. Everyone. Oh. Everyone except John Awesome.
John Awesome? You mean the guy who's currently suspended? The same guy that I had to throw out of here earlier?
Yeah, I mean, whether you believe it or not, John's clean. I've seen the footage firsthand. There was no shady business, no timeline gaps. The suspension doesn't match the story. If anything, it feels political.
Hunter issued that, not me. And neither one of us can lift a finger without James signing off on it.
Oh, I know. You're just Matt H-Star, the enforcer of the law. Still kind of wild, right? The guy represents 3-Dub at Coachella, waves the flag proud, and now he's in the cheap seats eating popcorn.
Look,
you can't make this stuff up.
I call that loyalty. At least he's still supporting the product.
You call it loyalty. I call it straight up guilt. Nah, I'm just kidding. He's clean. And once James sees what I got, he'll know it too.
Good. Keep digging. If you're right, James deserves to know the truth. But if you're wrong, maybe you'll just do something right and uncover something that none of us ever saw coming.
Maybe I already am, Matt.
Look, man, you're doing the right thing by chasing every angle. Every angle. But what would it hurt to keep an eye on Drew? I mean, that man is my best friend. I don't want him to be guilty. I don't. He's done more for me than anyone ever has. Anybody.
Nice try, H-Star. You think you can get one by the goalie? Drew's not off my radar. But something tells me this story's a little closer to home. I'm looking into everyone, Matt. Townsend, Drew, maybe even whoever stocks your coffee pots. I will find whoever hit James. Even if that means I gotta dig through the whole damn roster to do it.
Then do it. If anyone can crack this case, it's you. But remember, while you're watching them, they're always watching you.
And I got the American spirit watching me all the time, as well as the world's biggest export Yakuza. But if they want to step up, Matt, let them step up. The Mad King still knows how to handle business. Oh, Matt, by the way, if I do solve it, I expect a honorary plaque made out of solid gold and bad intentions, as well as a sizable donation to the church. We're trying to build a wing for deaf kids who can't read well.
If you actually solve this damn thing, I'll engrave it myself.
I only ask that you spell my name correctly, both on the plaque and on the check. Matt H-Star, the church is going to come down on whoever did this, and an American spirit will be willing and fighting for the right cause.
Keep digging, Russ. Keep digging. Let's see how far you can actually get. Oh man, things getting pretty heated up here in the James Black investigation. Glad to hear he's doing good, but man, we're gonna have a lot coming down here soon. I can just feel it. But we've got a big matchup again coming up next, guys. Two former tag team partners in the Badass Brits. Well, there's been something going on with Daniel Roberts over the past several weeks. I feel like they've already moved on from being tag team partners prior to Summer of Sin, so it's been a couple of weeks. This is definitely something that's been looming, something that needed to happen here tonight. These two can finally put it all on the table. And one man's gonna walk away with a victory here tonight in Denver, Colorado. Well, Scott Adams may have the advantage. Oh, he's fresh off of a few losses the past few weeks. He has been in a lot more action than Daniel Roberts has. Maybe not building up any rust like Roberts might be. Scott Adams looking for a win here, guys. For me, I'd have to say that both of these guys are looking for a solid victory here tonight. Put this tag team situation behind them and start working towards maybe some singles gold. Well, here we go. The British Badass, Scott Adams, and Daniel Roberts. Long-awaited matchup. See if one of them can get victorious here tonight. Starting off with a little power struggle. Right into a side headlock there for Scott Adams. Seemingly in control here to start this matchup. Slower pace. It's exactly what Scott Adams wants to do here. And now high elevated wrist lock. Still in control of Daniel Roberts. Oh, applying the pressure here. Roberts has got to try to think of something. Try to get himself out of this situation, and he does. Right around the back into a side headlock of his own. Is that going to be enough? Oh, man. Elbow to the temple. And now Scott Adams now back body drop. Way to break out of the hold there. Started by Scott Adams and taken over by Daniel Roberts. And now Roberts is the one on his back on the mat. Here's Adams now looking for the leg drop. Going to miss it as Roberts back to his feet quickly. Few clubbing blows across the back and a kick to the face. Quickly back up, and man, what a lariat. Takes him right back down. Here we go. Look out. Steve Zeebs in the way there. And now what is Roberts doing here? What is Roberts doing here with a chair? And stopped by Scott Adams. Going for the clothesline over the top. Stopped by Roberts. Now got the steel chair again. Look out now, man. Come on. What is going on here tonight? And now the ref takes a shot. Steve Zeebs laid out by Roberts. Man, it has been nothing but chaos here without the general manager, Hunter Deal, to make sure everything is under control. Adams back to his feet now. Adams running after Roberts here. Look out from behind. Big lariat. Adams isn't going to take a disqualification finish. Scooped up now. Adams, oh no! Adams! Power bomb off the damn stage onto the concrete. Scott Adams not gonna let Roberts get away with the easy way out here tonight. Man, that has to hurt. What a matchup, what a night so far. But guys, check this out. I'm just getting word from Matt 8th Star after listening and hearing the Resistance talk about them tag titles. Well, it looks like we've got ourselves a little tournament set up to determine who's going to face Team Tap Out at Gold Rush, guys. And that's going to kick off next weekend on the house show. But right now, here tonight, still to come, Nighshade still has a lot of words to address the women's locker room upon her return. And of course, our main event triple threat match to see who's going to take on Dylan Mason for the international title next. But coming up next, we're going to find out if Sander Cool can finally get an opportunity at that global championship. Can he beat Sander? Can Sander beat Caleb Stone in this matchup, in this match 3 of their series? And look at John Awesome keeping a close eye on this matchup. You are just catching up with us here tonight, guys. You just tuning in. John Awesome was not allowed in the arena earlier tonight. And that was a decision made by Matt 8-Star. He is still suspended, guys. The only person that can lift that suspension is James Black himself. So unless James Black comes back soon, it could be a while before we get John Awesome back in this ring. But nonetheless, guys, as you see, it seems to me that he has bought a ticket here tonight. Listen to this. So he is still ringside for all the festivities and catching the action. You can't keep him out if he's a fan. I mean, he's done nothing as a fan. He's going to be keeping close eye on everything Townsend here tonight. But here comes the man fighting to get his creation back. Can Sander Cool get the job done, guys? It's already been a rough road for Sander, as CFT would make Sander Cool fight for the opportunity to get the global title back. And he has to win this best-of-3 match series before he can do so. It didn't even start out that way, guys. It started out as just one match that Sander had to win. But CFT, being the man that he is, turned it into a best-of-3 series when Sander Cool won that first matchup. And look, Sanders, CFT is out here. And there's no members of Townsend that are supposed to be out here at ringside here in this matchup. Clearly, you've seen CFT out there addressing John Awesome. Love to know what's being said in that conversation. Here we go, the strength of the Hall of Famer. Scissored wrist lock, high elevated, showing the strength, and look out! I'm messing with the senton right there, and look at CFT, guys, keeping his eye on John Awesome. There's that ringside security, the head of ringside security. Maybe he just asked John to leave, I'm not sure. Here we are in the corner. Good to see referee Jim Kelly here tonight, former Blaze referee. Getting some more action here tonight on Blackout and a 1-count kick out for Sander Cool. So there's a lot of people out there thinking that this matchup was set forth. This was the title match. That is not the case. Sander has to win this matchup to finalize the series in order to even get a shot at the Global Championship. And now look at this from the top rope. Only catching a little bit of that moonsault. Springboard variety. Ooh, nice forearm from Sander. And this man is ready to go, guys. I would imagine if Caleb Stone wins this matchup, nicely done overhead belly to belly, CFT possibly gifting the Global Championship to Caleb Stone. That would just rub the salt in the wounds, would it not? Oh. Massive knee to Sander, and now followed up by some elbows right in the heart. Oh man, that's scraping the forehead. And here we go, springboard missing with the cannonball. Sander out of the way. Right on the attack, but right back to it is Stone. Looking for Sander. And oh man, drop kick. Basement variety right in the ear hole. And a hook of the leg. 2 count. Kick out for Sander. Man, that was almost the hopes and dreams washed down the tub right there. Man, Stone may be going for that G3 reversed by Sander, who's still in the game here, guys. Here we go, right hand No, coming back is Sander with a lariat. The ultimate opportunist. All the fight in the world packaged up in that Sander cool it is. I know it is. And lockout. Good night, Sander. Gonna take this one. 1, 2, through. Man, oh man, only 2 for Sander. Close call. Big knee from Sander. Man, this has been one hell of a rivalry between these two. Started even before Caleb Stone joined Townsend doing the veteran move, rolling outside, but Sander's not going to let him rest that easy. Double stomp right down on the sternum. Now we're back inside. Sander cool. Knows how to win this matchup, and that's not going to do it. Missing with the springboard frog splash. And it's Stone going right to work. Now Stone catching the springboard cannonball right there. That time he got it. Ooh, missing the elbow there that time though. Sander back to his feet, collar and elbow. Sander got him up on his shoulders. And a top rope guillotine. Taking the breath out of Stone, but only momentarily as he's able to kick Sander off. And now, massive elbows to the inner thigh. Working on the hamstring, and now look at the strength of Stone. This with the lariat, down goes Sander, rolling up. Spear from Sander. Man, oh man, from nowhere. And that could set the course of this matchup. And the 5-star frog splash. 2 count. Not gonna get it, man. That goes for Sander. Now set him up. Pop-up power bomb. Pop-up power bomb. Sander 2. Sander does it. Sander back to the Global Championship shot. And maybe the distraction from CFT and John Awesome on the outside caught Caleb Stone's attention a little too much. But nonetheless, Sander gets it done.
Dog grooming is physically demanding, emotionally exhausting, and most days, you're completely alone.
I'm a dog groomer. I once booked 3 clients while scraping diarrhea off a Yorkie and crying into a microfiber mitt.
Calls come in non-stop, clients cancel with 0 notice, and your only coworker is a Bluetooth speaker from 2014.
One woman texted, "just outside," and never showed up. I shaved my own arm out of spite.
And for a while, you try to do it all.
But then I got Cora, and my whole world changed.
Cora is an AI receptionist. She handles your calls, your appointments, your sanity.
She answered 5 calls while I was elbow deep in a triple-coated Malamute named Gary.
She even rescheduled a no-show. I didn't know that was possible. Someone called asking if we groom emotional support snakes. Cora handled it. I didn't even know.
Cora doesn't bathe dogs, she doesn't trim nails, but she makes it possible for you to do all of it without losing your mind.
She booked my whole week. I didn't even check my phone. I just groomed.
Cora. For when your therapist says, maybe stop answering your phone during anal gland expressions. Visit meetcora.ai to learn more and to save your sanity.
heard me say that I would come back, even if it involved me grabbing a hover round and rolling myself down in that ring. And now everybody acts surprised. So I took this time to inform the morons that I'm back for my title, my championship. And that little, I guess you'd say, assisted wanting suicide of her career, which, minus the W and out of B, is just another catalyst in my anger and my rage, in my desire to get back and take back my championship. And the thing about catalyst is, eventually, everything explodes. So I don't think, for what's coming, 3-Dub, I don't think you get or comprehend exactly what has awoken in me. But you will. And Gypsy, you tried to take time off of my career. You tried to take me out. Granted, you failed, but that I'm not coming back to help you. I didn't come back to help you, Gypsy. I came back for my championship, which I will be taking back very soon. As for you, Gypsy, is a bitch. And I'm pretty sure what goes around comes around. So you tried to end me? Well, when I try something, I usually successfully do it. And just like I told little Miss Danny, I'll tell you this, if I can't get it done in that ring, I'll get it done in the parking lot. And it'll be finished the right way.
Nighshade, Danny, come on ladies, do you really think that the both of you have a shot for the championship? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I'm the one that belongs to rematch to. And you, Danny, were the one that caused it.
Well, what a big turn of events we just had right there, guys. Man, oh man. Be sure to like and subscribe to 3-Dub Wrestling if you're enjoying all this action. And we have got one more for you here tonight. The main event. Who is going to go on and face Dylan Mason next for the International Championship? Guys, hit that like button and stay tuned with us. Well, there is a big story to tell here with Curt Brooks. And a lot of people in the 3-Dub universe wondering the reasoning for the competitors in this matchup. And well, we'll start with Curt Brooks here. Yes, he technically got a win over Dylan Mason, but it was a ref's decision to officially overturn that victory. And that is exactly what happened. And Dylan Mason came back to get the win after a devastating Blood Eagle. So at the end of the day, Curt Brooks did not get the win officially. But considering everything that happened, it's only right that Curt Brooks gets an opportunity here to see if he can do once again what he did at Summer of Sin prior to the overturning of that matchup. I don't know, man. I personally think that Curt Brooks might have Dylan Mason's number. That has not been the case over the course of history between the rivalry between these two. Not just here in 3-Dub, but all around the world. I don't know, something about it seems that way to me, but this man right here get a big win over Twan, Montana in the opening matchup of Summer of Sin. That is what would land him here in this matchup, deserving enough now of an opportunity for a championship. It's been quite some time since Jimmy Shadow has held singles gold. I think, in fact, it was on the Blaze brand the last time he did so. Representing Los Salvadores, the returning faction here. All of them a little chipped up here right now. Especially Jeroen Mercury after that loss to Connolly inside that impromptu steel cage at Summer of Sin. Just not something you game plan for on the fly. And then there's Chris Connolly. Well, we just mentioned it, guys. Impromptu steel cage match he had against Jeroen Mercury and ended up being successful in that matchup. And this is the biggest question mark. People think, well, why would Chris Connolly be in this matchup if he has the briefcase? Well, if you ask me, it doesn't matter if you got the briefcase. You get a chance to get not only the second prize in the game, but the first prize also under contract. I mean, I would take any opportunity I would get. He's got a fresh win. Had the tag team win, even though he didn't do anything in that handicap match. And just because he carries the briefcase doesn't mean he couldn't be in contention for any other title. You got to remember, this contract specifically states it's got to be cashed in on the 3-Dub World Heavyweight Championship. That is the new clause added to this briefcase that Chris Connolly holds. Just like the head right there of Curt Brooks driven into the mat, and then face first goes Connolly. It's going to be a big matchup here, guys. 3 big names in this industry. Look out. Oh, man. Thought he was going for a moonsault on Brooks. It caught Connolly, but right down he goes with a big boot from Brooks. Here in the main event, guys. Gotta wonder if Los Salvadores will be involved in this. If I know Jimmy Shadow well, you know he asked them to not get involved. That doesn't mean they won't get involved. You know what I'm saying? Knee driving into the back of the head of the briefcase holder. Let's revisit that situation, guys. That would be huge. It'd be the first time ever if Chris Connolly could win the International Championship and then go on to cash in on the 3-Dub World title and hold 2 of the biggest prizes in the entire game. Look out, steel chair. Introduced. Welcome to the party. That would be a massive feat, not just for Chris Connolly, but anybody in 3-dub wrestling to do such a feat. Oh, nice splash from Jimmy, launching himself over the top, and now a springboard moonsault to boot. A hook in the leg for the pinfall, and Brooks is dealing with a table. Not going to get to break it up, but Connolly kicks out. Ooh. Big lariat. Curt Brooks now after that table he introduced to the party, and it's not going to be in use. Jimmy having a clear head about him in this situation. Oh, now look out! Thin-matted concrete goes down Connolly. Man, oh man. I knew this was going to be an intense matchup, guys. These are three of the most intense superstars on the entire roster. Jimmy Shadow, a legendary XTV champion. Former XTV champion, I should say. You've seen the war that Curt Brooks and Dylan Mason went in at Summer of Sin. He has essentially been in a war since he's gotten the 3-dub. He had 2 matches on his first return debut night. One of them against Eddie Walker, former deathmatch tournament winner. Right hand from Brooks and a knee takes down Shadow. Man! And now Connolly into the steel steps. Brooks now thrown back in the ring by Jimmy Shadow, second guessing the entrant. Oh, he's going back after that table. We've seen what Jimmy did at the table at Summer of Sin to Twan Montana. He lit the damn thing on fire. Deadlift bomb from Curt Brooks. Chris Connolly keeping his distance here. And all that talk we have about Connolly getting an opportunity to take the international championship, possibly, and still have that briefcase to cash in. Even though that scenario is huge and history-making, Chris kind of has the most to not lose here tonight. Oh, and a DDT, and now Connolly, just as I speak, has been tearing it up, and now a pinfall on Brooks, broken up by Shadow. Shadow missing with a springboard. Here's Connolly missing with a big splash. It's a matchup I've been wanting to see, guys. Brooks and Connolly. Brooks and Jimmy Shadow. Getting taken out by a lariat, but ever since Brooks has emerged on the scene here, been a lot of dream matchup scenarios that could definitely take place. Headbutt to the back of the head, man. Damn. Risking injury to yourself in order to get over on your opponent, that is not something that a lot of superstars are willing to do. Curt Brooks is. And now look at this. Got a ladder introduced. Welcome to the party. Connolly with the table, smacking it. Oh man, and just cleaning house with that table. And now look out. Fisherman suplex. Taking down Shadow, and now Shadow's in trouble here. Shadow with the X Factor on Shadow, and Connolly gotta get the count quick. It's not gonna happen. Brooks there to break up the pinfall. That right there was for Connolly to win. Right there in that moment. Not able to do so. And now packaged suplex takes out Jimmy Shadow, and now another table strike across the face of Brooks. Oh man! Taking out Jimmy. 2 count broken up again. Hurling that table across the ring. I don't think I've ever seen that. And now using the ropes, not going to be able to get it again. Brooks right there to break up the pinfall. And oh man. Double underhook DDT. And Brooks has taken out Jimmy Shadow. And now Connolly looking to swipe one in and not going to do it. 1 count only. Could have swore that was 2. Only getting 1. And Jimmy on the brute end of punishment here these last couple of minutes. Here's Brooks now. He's got Connolly. Connolly fighting out. Couple of back elbows, freezing from the grasp into the collar and elbow. And now this time, Brooks free, and then now Jimmy back in the mix. Reverse Hurricane Rana right on the crown of the head of Chris Connolly, and you can see the damage done. Steel steps. Welcome to the party. And now look out. Man, thought he was going to get back dropped on that steel steps. Instead, it's a backbreaker across the knee, and now it's Connolly slamming down Curt Brooks on the mat. Here we go, wrench in the neck. 1 count, 2 count is all he's going to get from Curt Brooks. Jimmy was right there. My guys, so tough in these triple threat scenarios, multi-man scenarios. Any average matchup where you think you might be getting the victory, just like that, in a matter of seconds, can be broken up by another competitor. But here's another pinfall. Brooks this time. Got him down. 1 count only. A lot of resiliency in this matchup, guys. A lot of 1 count kickouts. These guys want this opportunity bad. Curt Brooks wants to prove himself once and for all against Mason. Jimmy Shadow wants back in the title picture for the first time in over a year. And Connolly wants to make history for the first time ever, cashing in on the 3-dub world title with the international title. Oh man, and Jimmy! Damage done to himself, breaking the table. But nonetheless, a lot of punishment dished out to Curt Brooks, who gets the coup de grace and a pinfall. Jimmy's gonna take it here. Connolly breaks it up. And oh man, guys. I want to talk about a grueling matchup. It's exactly what this one is right here in the main event of Blackout Episode 6. And a roll-up here. Curt Brooks, roll-up to reverse by Connolly. Connolly, 2 counts. Connolly, no. Brooks kicks out. Right back into the pinfall. Right back into it. Using the ropes. Connolly's gonna get it. Not again. Again. Brooks kicks out. Man, oh man. Off the ropes, missing with a back elbow. Curt Brooks pumps the brakes. Off the ropes, up and over. Jimmy's got a light tube. Look out. Pinfall. Jimmy Shadow. 2 count kick. Shadow almost stole one away right there. And now Shadow, oh man! DDT on the side of the ring apron. And that is going to do a lot of damage to Connolly, but maybe the adrenaline keeping him in this one. A big boot sends down Jimmy Shadow, and now Curt Brooks on the outside. Collar and elbow with Connolly, scoops him up, slams him down on the thin matted concrete. Man, damn son. Now Jimmy with a trash can. And Curt Brooks with the steel steps. There we go, back inside. It's Jimmy and Curt going at it. Now look at this, scooped up, slam down. Connolly under the ring. Looking for another light tube, and it just bounced off the dome of Curt Brooks and went flying to the outside. I'm glad that didn't hit a fan. Curt Brooks down with the X marks the spot, guys. And Connolly's gonna take it. 2 counts, kick out, and Jimmy also with a hand in, but a big boot takes him down. Connolly, milliseconds away from making history, guys. Here's Jimmy now, look out. Springboard over the top, and now Jimmy's gonna try to sneak another one out. 2 count, kick out. That might have only been 1. Oh, man! There's that lethal low blow from Curt Brooks, and now, oh man, brainbuster. Connolly rolls to the outside. Connolly to the outside, and Jimmy now. Jimmy's in trouble. Curt Brooks almost took it again. All 3 of these superstars, plenty of close calls here tonight. Big splash from Connolly. Jimmy gonna do the smart thing, roll out of the ring, and a gut-wrench suplex from Curt Brooks, and now he's going for him right here. 1 count, 2 count, kick out. At 2, Connolly stays alive. God dang, man, what a matchup this is. Hit that like button, guys, if you were enjoying this main event as much as I am. Shadow now with the steel chair, not going to be in use. Curt Brooks has got Shadow up on the shoulders. Oh, now, no, Shadow turns it around, pinfall, broken up by Connolly. Man, well done by Shadow, but it's got to stay in the game here, got to keep your focus. Connolly down in the corner, steel chair shot, man, and another. Jimmy Shadow looking for the win here. Brooks back to his feet. Brooks breaks it up just barely getting the, man, Jimmy almost took it right there. Steel chair shots again. Connolly taking a barrage of chair shots, and now look at this. Rolled up, 1, 2, no, flipped by Brooks. Brooks, 1, 2, 3, no, flipped over again. Connolly, and now a kick out from Brooks. Connolly with a super kick right in the jaw. Brooks with a big knee. Brooks with the knee. Hook of the leg. Can Brooks do it? 2, 3. Brooks did it. Brooks is going back to Dylan Mason. Man, oh man, guys, what a matchup. Here in the main event of Blackout, my God. These 3 superstars fought their asses off. Every single one of them looked phenomenal in this matchup. Man! Look at that, the low blow, the same low blow that Curt Brooks used on Dylan Mason. Here it was right here after that massive knee that busted open Jimmy Shadow. The victory goes to Curt Brooks. Will it be on Blackout? Will it be at Gold Rush? Only time will tell, but it is for sure, definite 100%. Curt Brooks is going to get another match with Dylan Mason for the International Championship. Well, thanks for joining us, guys, here tonight in Denver, Colorado. It has been an amazing night, jam-packed with action, and of course, we will see you next week for the house show. But don't forget to catch Dream Street Wrestling also next weekend, guys. I hope you have a great night, and we will see you next time.